everybody doing today? Not the music blasting. Hello. I'm just here. Normally, when I have to get ready to do podcasts at the end of the day, I'm waking up and doing it at like 6 or 7 a.m., which is not a time when I'm like feeling chatty or can stream. But I always love doing a get ready with me stream. And so I figured that since today I have the day off from my day job, I have a couple of podcasts to do. We're talking Love Island, and I thought, let me just come be live and do some makeup with you. Yeah, good morning. It is 11:20 a.m. for me. And yeah, this is the no makeup look. So I'm doing some makeup. I'm gonna take my ring off because I hate getting makeup on it. 1:20 a.m. for starter. Hello, coming in live from the middle of the night. I love that. Where is it 1:20 a.m. right now? I'm gonna ask Siri. Where in the world is it currently 1:22 a.m.? Fucking Siri bullshit. So 2 hours behind Tokyo. This search has been completely useless to me. Thank you for absolutely nothing, Siri. This is not helpful. Okay, so the time zone that has Thailand in it is what I'm getting from this. But I'm assuming that Thailand is not the only place in that time zone. Is that correct? Okay, so I did already gel my brows down. I always do that right after. Okay, yeah, Bangkok. Yes! Okay, well, hello to you in Bangkok. How's the future looking? That joke's not funny. But yeah, so I always lock down my brows right after I do my skincare in the morning because it takes a long time to dry and I don't want to futz. But I do use the Maybelline Super Lock. Am I like a 2010s YouTuber now? Is that what's happening here? And it like locks them down. And I did just tint my brows. Future's dark. Not sure if we'll see the sun for a few hours. Well, that's good. You don't want it to be bright at 1 in the morning. I tinted my eyebrows literally yesterday with Just for Men, so it doesn't really need a lot. But this brow in the front gets... it's a little bit more sparse, so I do like to fill it in. I'm just using the NYX micro brow pencil. It's my tried and true. This music is crazy. What the fuck is this playlist? I need a different playlist. This is so crazy. Oh my god, that was so aggressive. I'm so sorry, everybody. That was insane. Just a little in the front. Yeah, this NYX pencil is amazing. Like, I do not understand, like, when I see people on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and they're using, like, ABH brow products or really, like, anything but NYX, I'm like, what's the point? Because you can get this, it costs so much less, and it does amazing work. I just like to fill in where it looks like a little sparse. I do have low-key eyebrow blindness, so I try not to go too aggressive, especially after I've just done a tint. This one's darker though, so I just am gonna... Always remember, they are sisters, not twins, and that means in color as well. So, listen. I have 2 different color eyebrows. It's what can I do? There's nothing else I can do. But yes, and okay, so I'm just going to put down, because I did my skincare earlier, I am going to use a little primer. Listen, I love the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I'm sorry. I like it. Thunder Crow's about to be devastated by my makeup routine. I have been VIB Rouge at Sephora for 14 years straight. We do not have I love Espila at 9:23, but still bright. Sunsets at 11. You must be north, very north, because where I am, there's still like a little bit of sun at like 9:45 p.m., but it does not last. When I used to live in Cold Lake, Alberta, which is the same latitude as Siberia, and it's north of the 54th parallel. It is up there. And we would have the sun so late in the summer. Oh my God. And it's the thing where like people love, they're like, I love daylight savings. I love when it's like light so late. And I'm like, nah, I don't want that. I'm also gonna put some lip balm on while I'm doing this because my lips are feeling all chapped. It is gray here today in Victoria, British Columbia. This lip balm is the it's called My Favorite Night Balm, and it's from Bath & Body Works. I got it in my stocking this year, and it is wonderful. It gives a nice glow, and it's quite hydrating. But yeah, so I am not planning to do like an eye look, so I'm actually gonna do just mascara to start everything off. So first I'm gonna curl my lashes with the Shiseido lash curler, and unfortunately I did buy the Shiseido curler actually recently. I've had a Tweezerman eyelash curler for over 10 years. It served me well. I was due for an upgrade. I went Shiseido, and it actually is that girl. Yeah, night balm in the daytime. I'm wild and crazy. I am also going to do the Clinique Lash Building Mascara Primer because I really like the effect of having that on too. Yeah, and the nice thing about doing mascara first and then cleaning up after is like I could be messy with it, but I am realizing I love my lash separator in the other room. I'll be right back. South Finland. I've been above the Arctic 3 summers, so I've experienced midnight sun. That is so cool. And April is in the southern US, where it is sunny, hot, and humid as heck. It is very humid here. I mean, I live by the sea. It's humid here, but it's humid in a different way. Today it is 23 degrees Celsius, which I believe is like the low to mid 70s in Fahrenheit. Apologies if that's wrong. I'm not American. We don't use Fahrenheit. But I've gotten like pretty competent at like guesstimating because I have all these freaking American friends. But yeah, this actually, April, my makeup routine is long wear, bulletproof, like this makeup is going to last all day, no touch-ups. That is my whole thing, because I do not have the patience to be doing touch-ups. So I have this, it looks like a medieval torture tool. It is my mascara separator. Why is it missing a thing? Has that always been missing? I don't know. And so after I put on, okay, damn, Lord, that was a pretty good conversion in my head, hey? Pretty good. So I just, like, once I put on a layer of mascara, I use this. I just put it right in front of the eye. I just blink into it. And it just, like, separates out the lashes really nicely. And they make these in, like, just, like, a straight kind of brush. But this one is curved. I don't know if you can see it properly. So it's, like, the shape of an eyeball. And I really like that. It's, like, 88. Oof. It looks scary, but it's not. Like, they're not actually, like, sharp. Like, you'd have to, like, stab yourself in the eye to hurt yourself. It does good work. It does really good work. 88 Fahrenheit is hot. 30 Celsius is so brutal to me. Because I live in a temperate rainforest. So it really is, like, we don't tend to get temperature extremes. Like, even the coldest it gets in the winter is not very cold. I have been really needing to drink a lot of water because I've been doing so much solo podcasting, which I do. Twitch streaming has prepared me for the solo podcast, I will say. But my mouth gets so dry and I, like, never know when to stop and take a drink. My mouth gets so dry. Okay, the mascara primer is not quite dry yet, so we cannot do mascara yet. I think I will tightline today, so I'm using this. I got a new Lancome mascara because I tried the Makeup by Mario one and I was allergic to it. So the Lancome I got came with a little black pencil eyeliner, which is great because I had to buy black mascara, which I don't normally do. So I'm just going to tightline with it. And see, I like doing that. You can see the difference. It's a really subtle difference of just, like, tightlining underneath the lash line. Just makes the brow, like, the lashes look fuller. And it's just a little bit nicer. And, like, I do love, I'll do my makeup how I want to do my makeup forever. Like, I don't care really that much about trends. But I have been doing, like, kind of, like, no eyeliner vibe, but that never includes tightlining. That is a non-negotiable for me. Yeah, always something you have to mess with the least. How have you been liking doing the daily coverage over just twice a week for Love Island? Honestly, Atreus, I have been loving doing the daily coverage. It is adding, like, a new kind of spark of excitement to watching Love Island for me, and I feel like the daily podcasts have been going well and have been getting, like, a good reception. And of course it always feels good when people are providing positive feedback, because that's nice. I do feel anxiety about wanting the podcast to do well and wanting it to succeed. The new YouTube channel I find really, really scary of having to launch. Anyone here is probably already subscribed. I'm putting the link in the chat just in case. I'm really, really proud of how fast it's growing. It's already to 1.6K followers. But I know we can do better, and I really do. I know that you don't necessarily need to have a lot of subscribers to like hit the algorithm and get, your content out there, but it doesn't hurt because it first gets pushed out to the subscribers, and if there's a good uptake with the subscribers, that helps it get pushed out more broadly. And so I do think people subscribing to the new YouTube is super important. But I also am just loving like that we have this option for like near constant feedback and a lot of like there's a lot of options. Like when I podcast with Scally, a lot of times we've just watched like all the episodes and I haven't had time to digest it and really develop my opinions. But by doing daily pods, it's like, okay, those are my immediate thoughts, here's what happened. And then when I record the ones with Scally, my opinions have kind of settled a bit more, and I can be a little bit more confident that that isn't going to change. Okay, I'm going to use the Lancome Lash Idol mascara. Just coat the lashes. I don't think there's anything groundbreaking about how I do mascara. But just like look at the difference. It's actually wild. It actually makes such a big difference. New BB season next month, right? Will you be on the podcast? Yes, I am absolutely going to be part of the Big Brother coverage. I mean, as far as I know, I guess technically they haven't told me like, hey, you're on, but that's not really how it works. Generally speaking, the people who've been part of the coverage will continue to be part of the coverage unless they don't really want to. Or I guess if something crazy happened, but like, I don't know. No, I don't think anything crazy happened with me. And I think the fact that Rob is willing to put all these time and resources into me covering Love Island bodes well for my ability to be on RHEP. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy my presence on the show. I love doing it. I really appreciate when I hear feedback that people like me. And yeah, I don't stream on Twitch enough, and I need to be doing it more. And so I really am trying. I think here's the thing. If I can find the time for 6 weeks to podcast about Love Island every single day, surely that means I have time in my regular schedule to be doing more Twitch streams. So I need to just work it out and make it work because I love doing it. I love talking to you guys and I have so much fun doing it, and I just want to be able to do it more. Yeah, I'm so glad that Love Island is getting more coverage. I'm so excited that Rob is watching this year. We're actually recording with Rob in an hour and 20 minutes. Buddy King, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Welcome to the K-Babes. I deeply appreciate it, and I know you only get one Prime subscription, so it means the world that you would use it here. Thank you so much. Buddy King says, that's it. Take my money. Okay, fine. I'll take it. Thank you. I send people who are impatient about watching Love Island your podcast, so I'd say it's 10 stars. Thank you, Thundercrow. That's so kind. Yeah, I'm really enjoying doing it. I'm having a lot of fun with the season so far, and I think that is great because, like, honestly, season 7 was tough. Season 7 was really tough to get through, and so I am so grateful that season 8 so far is fun. Although season 7 I thought was fun at the start too, so let's be cautiously optimistic. Okay, and we are doing the The lash separator. Keep things looking separated. And now, like, when you put the mascara on like that, it does get, like, on the lid, which is why I'm doing this before I do anything else. Like, if I'm doing, like, an eyeshadow look or something, you can't do this, but that's why I'm not doing one today. So I'm going to just take a little Q-tip with some micellar water on it and just clean it up a little bit in the words of the great Suri Fields talking about her son Jared Fields' game in the Big Brother 25 house. I've seen a lot of discourse lately of people talking about how Big Brother 25 wasn't good, and I'm like, I had fun. I was engaged pretty much up to the finale. Not every show, like, I'm so used to love shows that, like, can't land the plane that I'm like, the end of a season being not the best does not take away my enjoyment of the show, because I thought it was so good. Way better than 26, in my opinion. But 27 has a beat. Okay, we've doubled up the mascara. This might be a little bit of a crazy amount of mascara. It is a Monday, but whatever. But, like, Big Brother 25, like, you have Suri Fields is there. Need I say more? No, I don't, but I will. You have Suri there with her son, who is actively, like, harming her ability to play the game at all times, and she has to work around it. Felicia was an absolute star. So incredible. Izzy is one of my favorite Big Brother contestants in a long ass time. Izzy ate that down. Like, I will never forget watching, I think it was the first live feed update of the season for BB25. And they are talking about how Izzy said that Cameron gives serial killer vibes. And I so clearly recall, Taryn, I don't know who the guest was, being like, that's a bit harsh to say to someone when you first meet them. And me being like, no, she's right. She's correct. Okay, I'm taking foundation. It is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade L1 Oslo, because I am pale. Oh my god, I Live Spiel might have puppies tomorrow. Okay, that is amazing. And I'm just applying this foundation with the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. Oh yeah, and then it's like, okay. And then AmeriCorey's there falling in love. Like, incredible. I'm like disconnected from the chat, and there is like a hype train going. Everything's so crazy. Oh my god. So listen, if your sub has expired and it's time to renew, now is a great time to do that. Yeah, Zombie Week took the wind out the sails. We know that. Sarger, thank you for cheering 200 bits. But yeah, literally, exactly, Musketeer. Everyone's favorites were underdogs at one point or another, which is always fun. And I'm really just pressing the foundation in with the brush. And I put the foundation on my palette first. Always go down the neck. But like, that color match is crazy. I keep getting emails from Twitch that are like, you could do a sale on subs, you can make them cost less, and then I never actually look up how to do that. Is that something I can do? Let's find out. Let's see if I can put subscriptions on sale. Creator dashboard. Monetization, subscriptions. Subscription discount promotions. Okay. It says that I can provide 35% off 5 or more gift subs. Oh, I don't get to choose what it is? Okay, well, I'm gonna do the promo for 48 hours. So if people want to buy 5 gift subs, it costs 35% less. But that is not the discount that I would have chosen if I had the option. I would choose to give people just a discount off of the subscription. Okay. And yeah, I'm just really pushing the makeup in. I'm never swiping with makeup, ever. Except down the neck. I lied. I'm never swiping with makeup. Start swiping down the neck. This brush is great. I do think there's a dupe on Amazon. I think Morphe might have a dupe. I bought it because I had a discount and a gift card. And listen, I'm maintaining Rouge, okay? My relationship with Sephora Rouge is the longest relationship of my life outside of my family and very select few friendships. Okay, and I left my contour in the other. Good lord. I have been living for the Rare Beauty liquid contour in the shade Gentle because it is cool toned, because I'm not trying to paint myself orange. I just want a little dimension on my face. This is slipping. Come on. And I just use... I've done this where I apply to my face, I apply to my hand. Like, none of them are my favorite, so I just put one dot on each cheek, and then I blend that in with the other side of the F4 brush. Always tapping, blending up. We're trying to look snatched. See how that gives just like the littlest bit of like a carved cheekbone look? Like, not a lot, because I have a round face, but it gives a little bit. And I always just tap it. I don't always do the jawline when it's in my life, but because I'm doing this to record podcasts on video, it gives a little bit more definition to my chin as well. I'm also going to do the other side. We tap it, we lift, we're snatching the cheeks. Snatching the face. And then I'm going to take a little bit more, just a tiny bit. I like to put little, just right under the bottom of my lip. I like to do my nose contour. It's a little crazy. I want to look like the Who's down in Whoville. Just a little bit there. I like to blend out the smaller areas with just like a Q-tip. I always blend this part up into the eye socket as well. Especially if you're doing eyeshadow, that helps it look really seamless. And then this is a Pawpaw sponge. It's like a beauty blender, but it costs like way less. It's like, I think it's $2 in the States. It's like $3 or $4 for me. And I go over, cause you don't want to be going out and about and people are like clocking that you contoured your nose like that. Like if you do not blend it out, it does look crazy. A lot of times you see people not blending it out on like YouTube or TikTok, and sometimes it even looks crazy in the YouTube or the TikTok. But to these people, yes, we can see it. Yes, we know it looks crazy. You need to blend it out. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Kosas pink color corrector just under my eyes, because I do have quite dark, kind of bluish under eyes, and I find that the pink really helps brighten. And I'm just tapping it in, tap. You might not notice a big difference from this, but I do, and I like it. I'm going to try to explore some more budget-friendly under-eye color correctors, though, because I don't want to be paying Kosas prices. I just feel like that brightens everything up so nicely. One thing about me, I want my under eyes bright, okay? I got into makeup, I got into makeup in like 2008, but I got like good at makeup in the 2010s and in the 2016 era. So one thing about me, I'm gonna be putting that shit on. I'm using the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. Real ones know they sent me two. Oops. Just tap it out. And I'm going to put a little just kind of under where we put the contour. Just kind of carving out underneath that. We do the chin. Tip of the nose. Up the nose, also on the sides of the nose, because again we're building a little Whoville nose. A little bit on my forehead right here, and then we go in under the eyes. Same situation. We are tapping it, we are pressing it in. If I was doing like a formal event or something, I would do like a thicker layer of concealer like right under the eyes and let it sit for a long time before blending it out and taking off any excess. But I'm just gonna be in my house the rest of the day, and I'm just gonna be recording podcasts. I'm going to leave the under eyes alone. I'm going to blend everything else a little bit more with the brush. Another trick too is like, don't make weird or different faces while you're doing your makeup that are not going to be like the expression you're wearing the makeup in. Like, don't smile when you're doing your blush if you're not gonna be smiling all day. Don't be going like to do your contour. That's not what your face looks like. For blush today, I'm going to do the Rhode Pocket Blush in Freckle. I'm just going to get some on my... I like to use this Sephora Pro Mini Flawless Airbrush brush to do my liquid blush. It is getting old. It is starting to shed some hairs, but it works. So we get that on there. We're going to just tap, tap, tap. We're going to lightly tap, get it on both sides of the face. I put quite a lot of product into the blush. I'm also going to just go over the tip of my nose and bring it down a little bit more on the face. I always like to have extra in my brush because after I do my, like just blending it into the eyes, I might want a little bit more. So I'm just then going over and blending it in with the same brush I did my foundation with. And yeah, there's no such thing as too much blush. So I'll put a little bit more, just up right kind of underneath the eye. I like to keep my blush placement quite high overall. Blush is also the first thing that starts to like fade. So using a lot of blush is always a good thing. Okay, now we're gonna powder. I have my Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie Easy Bake. It is getting close to empty. I am using a small fluffy brush. Get the powder into the brush. I tap the beauty blender under the eye, make sure there's no creases. And then powder with the little brush. Then we do the same thing on the other side. Tap, 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 tap. I do also have a sample of the pink one size powder somewhere that I sometimes use for the under eyes as well. I then use a little powder puff. This one's Morphe. And I just get a nice thin, even coating on that, and I go over as well. This is the key to an under eye that does not budge. I actually hate the packaging for the Huda Easy Bake loose powder. I find that the powder is just, it's kind of difficult to work with in this form because it's like a net. And then now I have way too much on it. Which eye did I already do? I don't even know. Just pat under both. And I'll just use whatever's left over, just under the contour, middle of the forehead. Just really press. Because it's like there's no powder and there's powder everywhere. I don't like the packaging. Unfortunately, the powder's great though. This is the first time I've gotten it, and I've had this pressed powder for coming up on a year, so pretty good considering I like to powder it down. Then we go over everything else that we did in powder. So I like to use this Milani Silky Matte bronzing powder as just like a powder contour. It's very neutral. I just stick that, you know, right in the pocket of where contour and everything is. Do a little bit on the nose. A little bit around the jaw. Again, the jawline I do mostly if it's like if I'm doing something on camera or if I'm going to like a wedding or something and I want to look good in pictures. It's not as much of an everyday thing. I bought one of the MAC Skin Finish blushes because I wanted to support Painted by Esther and Alondria and the whole Patrick Ta transition blush drama. And so I got it in Peachy Keen. I really like it. It's a nice, like, pinky peach color. Tap that right on top. I really find that pinky peach colors look quite good on me. Even I've used, like, straight up orange blush in the past, and I've thought it looked really nice on me. Because I'm so pale and neutral toned, colors pull very true on me. You don't, sometimes with people's undertones, they might, like an orange might look kind of crazy, but because my skin tone is neutral, it just looks kind of pretty and a little bit editorial. Again, I love blush, okay? Deal with it. I then also take this CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Baked Luminous Bronzer. This, there's no need to buy an Hourglass bronzer if you have access to this. And I just like to put that like all over everything. I don't tend to do a lot on my forehead because I find it looks crazy. But with the just remnants on this brush, I find if I go around right into the hairline, it's okay. Then I like to just take a clean powder brush and just go around the edges of everything. Really make it blended and seamless. We set, make sure that all of my hair is out of the way because I hate when it gets in my hair. Music's kind of getting insane again. I'm going to use the Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. I'm almost done. This is not the first one of these that I've finished. It's beautiful. And we sprayed the shit out of our faces. And now we let that dry. Oh, some still got in my hair. Ugh. Disgusting. I should have put it up in a towel, but it's fine. And yeah, so like, when I'm not like talking to a chat, I can do this faster, so you can see how I can do like a fairly quick like full beat situation. Now I just need to figure out what to do for a lip. So I always use this. I have this NYX lip pencil. I don't even know what color or type it is because I've used it so much and for so long. I always use this one. It's just that slightest bit darker than my natural color, and I really like it. And I don't know what color lipstick to use today, so I brought out all of my MAC bullet lippies so that we can decide together. So this one is the MAC True Matte in Soft Teddy. This is what I wear a lot. I wore this yesterday on the podcast, and maybe the day before. This one, oh, it has remnants of tape, so I can tell this is one I brought to Big Brother Canada. This one is Men Love Mystery. It's purple. Purple is fun. Purple lip is fun. Then we've got Viva Glam Miley. Very, like, electric pink. Hot pink. Oh, what's this one? Oh, Ruby Woo. A classic. I don't know what this one is. Amorous, maybe? I'm not sure. It's dark. This is vampy. This is a winter lipstick. So many of them don't have the color labels anymore. This one is another, like, very pink, very vibrant pink. It's super similar to the Viva Glam Miley. This one, Viva Glam Nikki. This used to be my signature lip. I actually think we're gonna do Viva Glam Nikki because I love this lipstick. That is fun. This used to be the blueprint for Kirsten. And yes, obviously Nikki sucks now and we don't support, but at the time I definitely didn't know what was going to happen. And the Viva Glams go to charity, so. And it's old. Oh my god, that lipstick is like 14 years old. I'm not sure. I'd have to look up when Viva Glam Nikki was. Let me look it up. Okay. Viva Glam. Oh. $2012. Yeah. The lipstick is from 2012. So that is a 14-year-old lipstick. I did buy 2 of them and used one completely up. But I used to wear that lipstick almost every day when I was first getting into lipstick. We love a bright lip. We love everything. Hi, Matt. How are you? But yeah, so that is the finished makeup look that I'm going to be podcasting. I need to figure out my hair. My hair is crazy. It is so humid and like kind of damp here that I feel like my hair looks crazy. I guess it's also just not parted. May, thank you. Yes, I'm loving the peachy look as well. This is a good vibe for today. You said I hate it, but you keep things as long as I do. I mean, the lipsticks, this collection of MAC lipsticks is, majority is old as fuck. But as long as they don't smell off and they apply well, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep using it because you can't get it again. It was limited edition. But yes, that is the situation. My desk looks crazy. There is makeup everywhere. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. Matt's here, just finished recording with Scally and sending him back to me. It's literally, Matt, are we divorced parents with custody of Scally? Like, what's the situation here? I think as well, I'm just gonna do a little bit more lash combing. I might add another layer of mascara. Is that crazy? I'm actually not sure if this podcast will be live or not. It is with Rob and Scally, so it's going to be super fun. I love getting their takes on Love Island. As well, there is going to be a very special difference on the Love Island Daily tonight because Maggie Morgan's going to join me. I tried to get her for Sunday next week, and she said I can't do that, and then said, is there another day that would be better? And I said, well, really, any day. And she said, I could do tonight. And I said, yes, bitch, yes, let's do it. And that will be live tonight at about 10:15 Eastern, 7:15 Pacific. And I am going to be talking Love Island all summer long. So I'm so glad that we were able to make this work. I figure, listen, if I can do 7 Love Island podcasts per week, actually 9, or no, 8. If I do 8 Love Island podcasts per week, I can find time to stream more on Twitch when Love Island's over. So we're going to figure it out together. Thank you so much, everyone who stopped by for this Get Ready With Me. I guess I should see, is anyone else live on Twitch right now that we could be rating? Let's find out. Thank you, Tall Skinny Ben. I have been having so much fun with the coverage as well. I am not seeing anyone live right now, but thank you so much, everyone, for coming by. I better see you on the Love Island coverage. Go subscribe to that new YouTube. But thanks for stopping by. I love you.